Some people say cats don't just hear with their ears, they hear with their souls. They listen what our words can't say, the emotions that linger between silence and sound. Every whisper, every heartbeat, every unspoken feeling. They sense it all. To them, the world isn't made of noise, but of hidden frequencies, vibrations that reveal who we truly are. And when a cat hears something unique, something that resonates deep within, a bond is formed. Not of ownership, not of training, but of trust. A promise of silent prevention that lasts a lifetime. In this episode, we'll uncover 7 hidden things cats hear, and why, once they do, they can guard you forever. The sound of a calm heart. Cats don't just hear the rhythm of your heart. They read it like a familiar poem. A calm, steady heartbeat tells them they're safe, that your energy synchron with theirs. They are masters of detecting tension. When your pulse slows, when your breathing evens out, they sense harmony. That's why they curl against your chest, tucking their head near the sound. It's not only about warmth, it's about peace. In that rhythm, they hear echoes of the first comfort they ever knew, the steady heartbeat of their mother. When your cat sleeps on you, it's not accidental. They've chosen your calm as their protection, and in return, they become yours. That unspoken exchange forms the earliest layer of trust. A cat who knows your heartbeat will recognize it anywhere, even across years. So when your heart slows after a long day and they rest quietly near you, remember, they're not just listening to your pulse. They're syncing with your soul. The whisper of genuine emotion. Cats hear emotion like we hear music. Every feeling carries a frequency, a pattern of sound, breath, and vibration. When you speak with honesty, even in silence, your cat hears it. Your happiness has a tone, light, rhythmic, almost playful. Your sadness, though quiet, hums differently, and your cat tunes in like an instrument responding to its favorite note. They don't need words to know how you feel. A single sigh, a tremble in your voice, or even the absence of your laughter. To them, those are all sounds. That's why they sit beside you during tears, or blink slowly when you talk through pain. It's not random, it's resonance. They sense you opening up emotionally, and they mirror calm back to you. Their way of saying, "I hear you, you're not alone." Many cat owners describe this as telepathy, but it's simply the deepest form of listening, beyond the limits of human hearing. In their silence, cats remind us that sometimes the most genuine conversation requires no words at all. The echo of routine. Cats are creatures of pattern, rhythm, and routine. Their world is built from tiny, predictable sounds. The turning of a key, the rustle of your slippers, the hum of morning coffee. To them, every sound in your daily life is a signal of safety. When those patterns repeat, they form a comforting melody of belonging. Your footsteps, your laughter, even the way you close a door, becomes part of their inner map of home. But when something changes, you wake up late, speak less, move slower, they aware instantly. Their ears tilt, their body shifts, because the soundscape of their world has changed. It's their way of saying, "Are you okay?" The rhythm feels different. This sensitivity is why cats seem psychic. They aren't reading minds, they're reading routines, and they connect those patterns to safety. When you keep your rhythm regular, you give your cat a soundtrack of peace. And in return, they defend that rhythm fiercely, because it's not just noise to them, it's the sound of their world staying whole. The frequency of fear. Science says cats hear up to 64,000 hertz. But there's another kind of frequency they pick up, the energy of fear. Fear doesn't need to be spoken. It hums in the air. Your breathing tightens, your voice trembles, your movements quicken, and your cat catches every note of it. When tension fills a room, cats react before humans do. Their fur rises, ears twitch, pupils dilate. It's not paranoia, it's protection. They've heard something you haven't yet processed. If a stranger walks in with negative energy, watch your cat's body language. They'll either approach with caution or position themselves subtly between you and that person. Some stories even tell of cats warning their owners before earthquakes or intrusions, not through sight, but by hearing subtle shifts in vibration and emotional charge. So when your cat suddenly stares into the darkness or hisses at silence, don't dismiss it as superstition. They're tuned into a range we can't perceive, guarding you not from what's visible, but from what's vibrating wrong. In that sense, your cat isn't just a pet. They're your unseen alarm, your gentle, furry guardian of the unseen. The sound of your voice when you're kind. Your voice is your signature frequency. It's one of the first things your cat memorizes, not the words, but the energy behind them. When you speak with kindness, your tone resonates softly, matching the soothing hum of a purr. Cats are drawn to those vibrations. They trust voices that sound like peace. That's why they come when you talk to them about nothing at all, because to them you sound like home. Over time, they learn every nuance of your tone. Your morning cheer, your evening calm, your bedtime whisper. Each becomes part of their emotional compass. If someone raises their voice at you, notice how your cat's posture changes. They may stare, move closer, or even wedge themselves between you and the source. That's not coincidence, it's loyalty in motion. Your kind voice, over time, becomes their comfort zone. And if they ever hear pain in it, they'll know instantly and respond the only way they can, by protecting the peace they've come to love. The silence you try to hide. There's a kind of silence that speaks louder than words. The silence of a heavy heart, of unspoken sadness, of quiet exhaustion. Cats hear that silence. They notice the moments when your energy dims, when your routine pauses, when the sound of your laughter disappears from the air. That's when they come close, not demanding attention, not breaking the quiet, just existing beside you, their soft purr filling the gaps your voice left behind. Their purr isn't random. It vibrates between 25 and 26 hertz, a frequency scientifically proven to promote healing, lower blood pressure, and even help bone regeneration. So when they rest beside you, purring endlessly, they're doing something ancient, a ritual of balance, harmony, and care. Some say cats absorb negativity. Maybe that's true, or maybe they simply turn your silence into music again. When your world grows too quiet, they become the sound that reminds you you're still here and you're still loved. The hidden sound of your soul. Beyond science, beyond logic, there's a belief that cats hear something deeper, the hidden sound of a soul. Every living being vibrates at a unique frequency. It's invisible, but cats sense it. They know when two souls harmonize, when your energy aligns with theirs. That's why some cats instantly trust strangers, while others hide for days. They aren't judging character, they're hearing resonance. When your cat hears your soul sound, something shifts. They begin to follow you, sleep near you, stare into your eyes longer than usual. It's a quiet recognition, a realization that your presence feels right in their world. Ancient myths tell us that cats could walk between worlds, guarding the space between life and spirit. Maybe that's why, when they rest by your side in deep sleep, you dream calmer, breathe softer, feel safer. Because when a cat connects to your soul, they're not just hearing your life, they're harmonizing with your essence. And that's the truest sound of protection. Sometimes it's not what we say that they remember, it's what we feel when they're near. Cats have a way of hearing between heartbeats, of listening to the quiet moments we thought no one noticed, alongside the other inner voices and feelings we think that no one aware, even ourselves, but cats can have. They stay close when our thoughts wander. They appear when the world feels heavy. And somehow they know exactly when to sit in silence with us. Maybe the real magic isn't in the mystery of what they hear, but in how deeply they choose to stay once they do. Because when a cat decides you are part of their world, you are never truly alone again. When a cat hears what's real. So perhaps it's not about mystical noises or supernatural power. Maybe it's simpler, maybe cats hear truth. They hear when you're calm. They hear when you're kind. They hear when your heart slows after chaos. They protect not because they're commanded, but because something in your energy whispered, Stay, and they do, through silence, through storms, through everything unseen. Because in their world, loyalty isn't spoken, it's heard.